Okay. And hopefully with that, I think we're good. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, okay, we got video. Okay, thankfully it didn't leak my stream key. Thank God for that. Alright, hey guys, welcome to the live stream. It's been a hot minute since we had one. I think it's been like a few years now actually. So yeah, I'm just gonna hang out today. It's Father's Day. It's cool. We've got nowhere to go and my phone's audio is still on. That's awkward. But yeah, we're just gonna hang out. We're gonna chat for a bit and yeah, that's all there is to it. Whew. Yeah, it feels weird to be back on the live stream. Like usually I just do these like recorded. I can flub and just like take it back. But here, nope, it's all live, baby. It's all live. Oh, it's a hot one today. See some people filtering in here. So yeah, we're just gonna chat. We can chat Ruby. We can chat other shows guys are watching. Anything you like. SGE, what's up, man? Welcome back. Seeing you around. Like, just so you guys know, I do read, like, all the comments. I know some people don't like to do that, but I kind of like doing that just because, you know, comments are nice. Warm Lily, what's up? I've been seeing your comments around a lot. So, yeah, I'm just going to wait for a few more people to filter in. Happy Best Dad Day. All right, real quick poll amongst the audience. Who is your favorite TV dad? Doesn't have to be anime, doesn't have to be a cartoon, can be like live action, whatever. Who is your TV's best dad? Hologram Tenno. Oh, it's actually crazy. Like the YouTube dashboard and like the actual like live stream like on YouTube, like there's such a delay between the chat. That's something I didn't know. Oh, I should probably remind Discord actually. I'm sorry if my keyboard's loud. Like this is the quietest one I could actually find in the house. Like, not much I can do about that because my office keyboard, which is the one I've been using beforehand, like that sounds like a machine gun. I'll get it for you guys in a sec. I just need the URL here. And that. Yes, I do want to send notice. So this everything look. Omni-Man, best dad ever. Yeah, I do read the comments, like, even if I don't like heart all of them, like trust me, I do read all of them. It's not that much work these days, but yeah, back in the day, like it used to be like every 2 minutes I'd be reading a comment. Keyboard ASMR? No, so this, let me just do a little reach here. This is my office keyboard, so this is a HyperX FPS alloy, Cherry MX Red. The keycaps, these aren't the one that came with it, I just like blank keycaps because I think it look cleaner. But yeah, it's bloody well loud. So if I like put this down on my desk, like you just hear that on the space bar, it's super loud. So like that's no bueno on stream. So that's why this guy gets chucked over here onto my bed. Yeah, like what I'm using right now. Okay, I gotta be careful with the cable. This is a Keychron K1. So this is kind of my gaming / Tetris keyboard right now. So if you guys don't know, I do play a lot of Tetris. So this one's really nice because it's nice and low profile. So the keys are very low travel. Lets you hit your buttons a lot faster. All that kind of jazz. And plus, a lot quieter. So it makes grinding like runs at night a lot more subtle and you don't like wake people up. Like my brother, he uses a Cherry MX Blue and it is loud. It's like, I'm gonna out myself as a keyboard geek right now, but this is another keyboard. I didn't realize how many I have, but yeah, this is blue. So if you hear like that nice clickiness, this is what I use for writing the Ruby Thoughts scripts because it's very nice and satisfying to type, but I wouldn't use this in a day-to-day context just because it is so freaking loud. Like seriously, once you get up to speed, it's like machine gun. Like more so than that one over there. Just gonna tuck that away here. My brother hates computer typing. What microphone do you use for recordings? I use a Rode NT USB, so I think it's kind of like the best you can get without like going up to a interface with XLR and all that, because I kind of don't want to mess with that stuff right now. Like I could do it, but it's just like so much more hassle than it is, and I'm not really like seriously recording voiceover right now. If I were, I would obviously be like looking at that kind of stuff. Like you guys know Mari, who voices Ruby on this channel, she does have an XLR interface. Like she recently, or like a few months ago, she upgraded, I think. So yeah. But I'm not really looking to pursue that update path right now. It's hard to say. I never thought about it off my head. It's funny. I kind of do have a keyboard collection. Like, I just love keyboards. All right. There was that one, the HyperX one. There's this one, the Keychron. There's this cheapo Chinese one, and I've got a couple of Corsairs like lurking in the background. So I got like a lot of keyboards, and if that's not enough for you. This is the keyboard that controls my TV. So this is a wireless thing. Like it's got a USB thing that goes at the back. It's got like a mouse thing in here. Wouldn't use this to type on. It's just so I can search for YouTube like on the TV, which is kind of nice at night because I don't want to like be on my phone and just be like, or like the remote and just letter by letter by letter like a boomer. It's a waste of time. So yeah, I have keyboards for days. Oh, young Zibby. Young Zibby. Welcome to the stream, dude. Glad you could hop on the Discord voice chat hangout last night. So welcome to the stream. It's here as promised. Shows your no, like a few of the keyboards are actually like downstairs right now, so I can't get all of them even if I wanted to. A TV, yes, a TV keyboard. So if you don't know, like modern TVs, or smart TVs, like you can do a bunch of stuff on them. So it's basically like get a keyboard, you can navigate around. You can Alt-Tab even, like that freaked me out the other day. I hit Alt-Tab by accident, and it started like flipping through the different apps. So it went from like Plex to YouTube to like Crunchyroll. I was like, wow, TVs have come a long way. Zippy, it was fun, yeah. TV Dad, Sojiro from Persona 5. Oh, I actually don't know these two, but some Asian, I think, he really loves Persona stuff, so it's probably right up his alley. Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever attend the Discord live hangouts, but we have this running thing. We have a month for every meme, and they get ridiculous sometimes. I'm not gonna say what the one was last night because it'll probably get this stream like demonetized and flagged, and I'm not about that. Like this channel's already in a little bit of trouble from the silhouette of Jon Snow's butt, so yep, kind of against the wall here. TV has become computer. Forget TV, forget computer. Return to monkey. It's also like the smart TVs, like it's a double-edged sword. Like sometimes they're really nice, like you get all your apps on there, but sometimes it's just like, bro, I don't want to have to look at ads on a TV I paid for, you know? Like I just so many problems these days. Loved last night's Discord talk. Really fun. Had to leave early. Yeah, no worries, dude. Like it's pretty late for like no good reason. Just cause like my run of day on Saturdays is usually like kind of busy, and it's really the only day I can kind of relax. So, you know, I understand if you guys got to dip out early. Oh, Jack Kanagimi. I'm sorry, I don't know how to read those. Like reading these names like in your head versus like out loud is like two worlds apart, man. I'd rather have a dumb TV. TV is mad for Mandalorian. Oh, man. Aren't commercial ads already? Yeah, that's the whole problem. Like, because you paid for the TV, right? You're watching ads on the TV. You get ads in the apps. So, like, some TV brands, like, not the one I have, but some TV brands think it's appropriate for some reason to, like, load your dashboard with more ads. Completely bonkers, I know. Just go by, yep, all right. It's Oscar, right? Sup, Oscar? Our resident little troublemaker in the Discord. you ever been on Discord, like it's a lot of chaotic energy. Messages deleted. Oh, so what are we watching these days, guys? What shows? There's just, I feel like there's so many good shows coming out, like, it's actually insane. Like, I feel like I'm missing out all the time when I'm not watching something. Love the shirt, by the way. Yep. So this is the Ruby shirt. So you obviously tell red, white, black, and yellow. I kind of feel sorry for Blake here. The entire, actually, no, I'm going to call this the Blake shirt because it's majority black. Yeah, like everyone's got like a little ribbon on here, and then Blake just takes the whole damn shirt. Oh, I'm sorry. I am like hoping for the day I can get a haircut because this is actually like low-key annoying. Like when I'm recording normally, I can just like stop and just like get this stupid stuff out of my way, but like can't do it live. Yeah, Duck, yeah, picked up on that. Community. Prison school. Hold on, I'm trying to think. Like, is prison school something not safe for work? Or is that, or am I thinking it's something else? Clone Wars. Oh yeah, that's another good one. That's racist, I'm kidding. Guys, no racism, please. No racism. The Bad Batch new season of the house. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about that. I joined Discord. Oh. Yeah, I'm really glad if you guys can join Discord. Like, you guys don't have to stick around. Like, it's not for everyone, but yeah, like, if you guys can join up on Discord, that's also cool, because that's really where you get, like, a lot of behind-the-scenes looks, and, like, if I'm ever working on something, like, that's probably where we're going to hear of it first, so, yeah, Discord's a good place for news. Like, I can use Twitter, but the thing about Twitter or, like, YouTube posts is, like, not everyone can, like, see them. Like, YouTube posts are really weird. They have their own, like, little section on the site, but it's not very clear how you get there. Like, sometimes it's on the homepage, sometimes it's not. And if you're on the mobile app, you go to subscriptions, you gotta, like, flip all the way to the right there, and then it's under posts. So, YouTube is not really a good place to spread the news. Have you tried tying it in a bun? No, so like what, okay, actually let me turn around. So like right now I got the thing going on here, or, I'm sorry, Warrior's Wolf Tail, as Sokka would say. So yeah, like that keeps it off my neck, which is nice, because like it's really annoying. It's like having a blanket on your neck at all times, but it's your hair. Yeah, so glad to have like little Warrior's Wolf Tail back here. It's nice, keep things out of the way, but like the front end, this is where I'm running into issues. Like I usually clip it, but don't like the look of it on camera when it's clipped, so yeah, I'm just gonna have to put up with it. Can't have everything. It's one of those anime. Yes, very not safe. Okay, I'm glad I didn't. Okay, because yeah, might have seen that title floating around. I might not have. It's word on the grapevine. We had enough controversy in the voice chat. Yeah. Oh boy, I can't say back what we said in the voice chat last night, but it got like very Geneva Convention violating, like very quick. I like to drop like one comment. And it's hilarious because it was some Asian who said it, and he voices Ironwood on Ruby Thoughts. So I'm like, General, why you gotta be doing so many war crimes? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Full Hanzo? Oh, like, I wish I could, but, like, I cannot grow a beard. And are we dropping frames? Oh, no, we're dropping frames. Oh, no. Okay, I don't see any reason why we should be dropping frames. Am I like a slide? Oh, yeah, I'm a slideshow. This is, hold up. The troubling bit is that it's telling me I'm dropping frames, but it doesn't tell me why, which is pretty darn annoying. Looks like the adapter loose. Like, what's going on? Hang on a tick. Can I cut the stream quality while we're mid-stream? Will that do anything? It's weird because usually, or like last night rather, it was panning out quite nicely. Oh, it's probably a network issue. So this is, oh, we're back to green, I think. It should be picking up soon. Oh yeah, like, trust me, like, I'm relatively lucky. The thing about Canadian internet is that you can get very fast download speeds. So, for example, like, my plan is 75 megabits per second down. So most days it's, like, great for download. But the thing is, you can only get 10 megabits per second, like, upload. So, that's barely enough, like, with everyone on the network at once to, like, you know, stream YouTube here. But the problem is compounded because, like, I'm up in my bedroom right now, so I'm running it through what's known as a power line adapter. So you plug it into the wall and it will find itself on the other end, like through the power streams, like in your house. So that actually might be it. So if you run a very heavy-duty appliance like a stove, a dryer, a washing machine, or like even some electric kettles in the US and Canada, like, it can cause issues. Now we're dropping again. Why, OBS? Why you do this? Alright, but yes, Canadian. Resident Evil, but no, but I have seen the Lady D memes, like, the Lady D memes, like the thirsty ones, like, I live for those, man, those are great. Alright, hopefully you guys can hear me okay at least. Like, if you can't see me alright, at least you guys can hear me, so it might be nice. Ooh, if I had to switch versions of my Wi-Fi so many times. Yeah, like, Wi-Fi is another big variance. That's why I wanted the Ethernet adapters, so I could just, like, not have to deal with Wi-Fi. Well, let me see if trying to, like, turn stuff off helps. No, need my camera controls up. Should probably silence my phone, to be honest. Lady D. Yeah, it comes in and out, guys. Like, it's probably because everyone's at home all at once, and plus it's probably like peak hours too on the weekend. Okay, if the audio is good at least, like, yeah, you guys put up with it. Like, the visual element of the stream, like, it's not all that important. Like, I was gonna play a few games on here, but, like, I guess we're probably not gonna be able to do that if it is like a slideshow. Like, I'm not, because the internet in theory should be fine, because there's usually not an issue with that. Because if it's dropping this many frames, oh dear. Okay. You know, I'm just gonna leave it alone before I, like, actually kill it. Is Ruby Chibi Season 4 out yet? Yes, it's out with an asterisk. So Ruby Chibi Season 4 is attached to a show called Neon Combini. That's Rooster Teeth's, like, animation collection anthology show. What the thing about Neon Combini is that it's only available on roosterteeth.com, and if you have a first membership. So if, like, you notice on the Discord or on Twitter, I haven't been posting anything chibi related. That's why, because I'm not buying a first membership just to watch chibi. That sounds kind of dumb, to be honest. Like, for certain shows, I will get a first subscription. So, like, obviously Ruby's at the top of that list. Then there's like a few other shows. There's another one coming out, like, soon. It's kind of like an escape room / game show thing. So yeah, I'm probably resubscribing for that. But yeah, just Ruby Chibi alone, when Ruby Chibi isn't, like, its own full show, I'm probably not going to resubscribe just for that. So yeah, it's unfortunate because, you know I get it at Rooster Teeth, you have to make money, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, like, what good is your show if it's behind a paywall? Like, not everyone's going to be able to, like, pay for that, you know? Uh-oh, your audio cracked a little. Gamer Cube, yes. Yes, you could say I'm a GameCube. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, I'm sorry. I won't make any crappy puns. We were making crappy puns all night last night on the voice chat. And here I am, carrying it on in the live stream. Oh, just kill me already. Paying for one of things sounds, yes, it's a very bad. Like, I would understand if there were more things for me to watch, so like more scripted or unscripted shows with very high production value. But yeah, I just can't really justify because it'd be chibi and like some of the post shows that I would watch, like of their podcasts. So can't really justify that. Oh, what games? I'm just gonna play some Tetris. You know what? Let's try it. Actually, let me get my phone back up with the live stream chat, and I just splash water all over my face. It's great. Like sometimes when I drink water, I just forget how to do it, and I splash water all over my shirt, all over my face. All right, so if I hit transition, hold on, let me minimize that a little. Oh, some water on my face. God. So I've hit that. Twirl's non-existent mustache. Nintendo. Yeah, can you imagine? So yeah, I was gonna play a little Tetris. That's why I got the quiet keyboard. So like, you guys don't have to like endure just me pounding on like the keyboard all that much. But yeah, like the thing is, like this is one of the games I can probably play while talking. Like if I were playing Dark Souls or something, I'd probably just get it too into it, and there'd be long gaps where I'm just like not saying anything to the camera. That's a little weird. Oh, messed that one up. Yeah, like you can tell, like there's a reason why I don't play games all the time and stream, because it gets very mentally taxing. Yeah, like I do like playing them sometimes. The problem is like I can't really read chat at the same time. This is a problem like a lot of Tetris streamers run into. Like, because the time in between like player versus player rounds is so short, there's just no time to actually read the chat, so. Yeah, this is technically my slow speed. And yeah, the speed comes with age, because like really I've been playing since I was a kid, really. So if you guys don't know, like my first handheld console was a hand-me-down Game Boy from like a family friend. And of course, if you guys don't know this, like every Game Boy back in the day, it would come with a copy of Tetris. So of course, like my family friend, when he gave me the Game Boy, like it had Tetris with it. So yeah, I don't actually have the Game Boy still. Like I think we threw it out a while ago. I wish we didn't. But yeah, I still have the Tetris cartridge. So yeah, that thing is probably one of the most valuable gaming things I have in the world, because yeah. Damn, bro. Bro, it's the... Hold on. Let me just read the chat messages again. Like I'll put in some replays like in the meantime while I'm reading chat. Okay, so you don't know this. This is Tetrio. So it's a very good desktop Tetris client right now. I would think it's the best in the world right now. Yeah, it's free. It's free to play. You can play on a web browser. Totally cool. Like you don't have to, like nothing's paid for. Like if you see the star here, it means I'm a supporter. So I believe in this client full-heartedly. So that's why it's kind of like a Patreon subscription. So you just pay a little and then you support the developer, because it's like one guy developing the whole game. So let me put in some replays. I'll read chat in the meantime. Okay, we'll just go from 10 to 1. Yeah, like you guys probably can't hear the audio, because like I actually only checked this like yesterday, because the audio just for whatever reason won't work with this capture card. So probably some cables I'm missing. Okay, let's see. Camp to let. Is Camp actually dead? Like I really wish it wasn't. Like I was thinking of starting it recently. Yes, Loricel, that is my slow speed. So if I'm really, so you saw that first speed, that was 37 seconds. Usually I can go like 35 or 34, or like in this case, like 33 and upwards. Like sub 30 seconds has been my goal for the longest time. Because I only really started playing like speed Tetris like since high school, so yeah, and even then, like I'm not really taking it that serious. I just play a few games every night, and eventually, through the power of repetition and pattern recognition, yeah, we get to this kind of speed. Play some Smash Flash. Camp 4 seasons so far. X Games mode. Nah, it's not X Games mode. Like, if you guys see like the actual like pros, like the people who like enter tournaments and like play for money, like they are so insanely fast. It is like actually kind of bonkers. Like, this is kind of like the story, like a story, but so like one of the world record holders, like they're from the same city as I am, and like we have like a mutual friend connection, so I could probably just meet them like whenever I wanted to. I'm not gonna name drop them because that's kind of weird if you just name drop people randomly on stream. Yeah, only 10%. Like imagine like when Goku takes off the weighted training clothes, like yeah. So yeah, Camp's 4 seasons so far. Really do enjoy like their animated. And like that's kind of the thing, like, I got really bored with Rooster Teeth Productions during the pandemic just because there wasn't a lot they could do, and what they could do, like a lot of it was locked behind a paywall. But yeah, if you guys are into podcasts, check out the wait, can I even say it? Is it bad if I say a swear word on stream? Whatever. Check out the Fuckface podcast with Jeff Ramsey, Gavin Free, and Andrew Patton. It is like some of the most like insane chaotic energy I've seen come out of a podcast, and yeah, if you guys enjoy like Achievement Hunter and that kind of stuff, like by all means check it out. Always happy to have some Jeff and Gavin content, to be honest. Tetris Shaggy, no. The Tetris Shaggy is some Korean dude in like Korea. I don't know why I said Korea twice. So I'll show you guys like the world record run in a sec. Like it's incredible like what these guys can pull off. Yeah, hey, it's the name of a podcast. I'm allowed to say it. I can't just say bleep face because you guys can like Google bleep face. That doesn't make any sense. All right, so let's go to the, let's see, leaderboards. Okay, so we don't have the world record on hand, but like this guy's pretty cool. It says Hiryu. He's from Japan. So like this is Tetris like at the pro level. Just look at him go. Like I wish I could do that, but like, man, my wrists just like ache looking at that. So yeah, he did 40 lines in 15.812 seconds. I'm pretty sure the world record's like 15.383 or something, so incredibly fast, like just literally half a second's worth of difference. That's insane. Never get tired of foreign pronunciation. It's really, yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Like, the thing is, like, when you read YouTube names, like, on the thing, like, you can read them in your head, but, like, there's no guarantee or, like, pronunciation guide to make sure it's correct. That speed, indeed, it's sonic speed. Yeah, like trust me, these guys, like they put it all on the line. Like this takes years of like dedicated play. This is Vince HD. Like he was formerly the record holder, so yeah, second fastest in the world right now, but still incredibly fast. Like when you get to this level, you are talking literally milliseconds of difference. So yeah, that's Tetris stuff. So let's get back to the chat here. Yeah, I kind of wanted to play Dark Souls, but at the same time, like I couldn't get my save file off my computer to the upstairs computer. So if you don't know, Dark Souls, you can't just like throw around save files willy-nilly. Like there's a specialized way you have to retrieve them. And it is so dumb, but it is the way it is. So there's that. Shell. So like Florichel, or hopefully I'm saying that right now. Because it's hard to know if it's like if it's a CH sound or a C sound or like an S sound, like depending on where you're at in the world. So I'll just close out that, get my chat interface back up, okay. Any conventions open this year? Not in Canada. I think we're missing out on the convention market just because our vaccine drive was like so late. I think something like 68% of the population has their first dose now. That's like me included, obviously. So yeah, I doubt we're gonna see conventions come back in Canada soon, but check for the US. Like it's different everywhere, so there's always that. I know. Okay, so like David Ramirez is like, It drew a tic-tac-toe thing on my forehead. Like, I'm sorry guys, like, for whatever reason, like, my forehead's not this large in real life. It's just like, for whatever reason, this camera lens thinks it's ginormous. I don't know. And it doesn't help, like, the hair that usually goes here, like, it's down here now, because it usually comes, like, sideways, but it can't do that because it's too long, and gravity. RTX is still online. RTX still online. I mean, that's the safe bet, because at the same time, like, you don't want to, like, do a deposit at a convention center and then, like, say, oh no, we can't do the convention, we can't get our deposit back now. Oops. So yeah, I understand, like, anyone who wants to take their event online, like, that's probably a safe bet. You had it, hell, I call it off. Have you been? What's the stream bet? Oh no, we're just hanging out, dude. Just hanging out, just chatting. Wanted to play some games earlier, but it looks like the internet's not cooperating the best, so hopefully we can get that resolved for the next time around. But yeah, how have I been? You know, same old, really. Like, nothing's changed in the past 15 months. Yeah, just chilling, working from home, making videos when I can. Like, it's because it's kind of weird when you work on a video in the office because it's technically not work related. So, like, the only thing I'll usually do at the office is, like, write a script, because if it's just text on the screen, it's very innocuous. No one really knows what it is. And it's like, it's size 11 font, so it's not like they can snipe it from all the way halfway across the room, so, you know. Revenue, yeah, trust me, like, this giant forehead of mine. I'm sorry, I have a very large brain, and I need a very large skull to contain it. I'm like one of those kids from the Promised Neverland. So yeah, give me your questions, talk about shows you guys are watching. But actually, yeah, that reminds me. If there's one show you should watch this season, it is Odd Taxi. Odd Taxi is like a greatest of all time show. And trust me, I know it sounds like hyperbole, but it really is that good in my opinion. Odd Taxi. Great show. Yeah. But no one's watching it, which is like, it really irks me because like, this is kind of like peak anime. It's very clever writing, good voice acting, really good art direction, but like no one's watching it. It's actually mind-boggling. And the interesting thing about this season, I thought like My Hero was gonna be the show I was gonna be watching. Nah, I could not possibly be more bored with My Hero. I'm actually putting off watching it. I think I'm like 5 or 6 episodes behind now. Like usually I would watch them like the week they came out, but now I'm just kind of like, with this new season. What's your next video going to be about? Next video is going to be about another show. It's going to be about one called Tokyo Revengers. So Tokyo Revengers is another show I'm watching this season. If you don't know what it is, basically if you know what Erased is, imagine that but with more like juvenile delinquents. So, yeah, it sounds weird out of context, but yeah, it's a really good show as well. Except for all the censorship, so there is that. Yeah, My Hero is like so boring, dude. Like, I don't know, like, I think it's the stakes, like they've been downgraded so much because, you know, you had All Might versus, you know, One for All, and then if we just go back to like this kind of training arc, I don't care about Class B. I'm sorry if there are any Class B stands in the comments right now, but I just don't care for them as characters. It's not really that interesting. So yeah, not really a fan of My Hero at the moment. Bizarre week today. Today I was informed a few content creators are on hiatus, leaving groups or going into permanent retirement. At the same time, I started following MHA manga story. Yeah, I think because a lot of people are just reassessing like what it means to be a content creator in the pandemic, and you saw like we're not immune to this either, you know. It's really like the only time in the world where you have like a moment to like stand back, like, okay, what do I want to do as a creator? And then like you go out and do that thing. Time traveling prisoners. Sorta, kinda, not really. But yeah, so it's gonna be about Tokyo Revengers. That's the next video. I'm refining the script right now. I'm trying to do these videos with like less spoilers because the thing about Sarcastically Explained is usually I recap the entire thing, and that's good and not good for many reasons. Like, it's not so good because, well, now you guys don't really have an incentive to check out the show because I just spoiled everything. And then the other side of it is it takes a very long time to make a video like that because I have to like grab all the episodes and I gotta like transcode them so they're in a format that like Adobe Premiere won't freak out about, and then I gotta like go through and like grab all the moments I want like that are in the script. So yeah, just like less spoilers, like probably going only up to like 3 episodes is probably the better option for making videos like that. I don't really watch anything else than I already mentioned. Mostly been playing Genshin Impact. Oh, you should see Mari's other channel, Mary Moo Comic Dubs. Like, they've been doing a bunch of Genshin content. I mean, yeah, like the thing, like it's not like My Hero's a bad show right now. It's just that I don't find it as engaging as before because once again, the stakes are lowered. Like even with like the Gentle Criminal and La Brava stuff, I was like, all right, I guess they're a villain. I don't know, like I'm kind of bored. Like, can they get on to the next big bad? Like, come on. Reduce spoiler, reduce work. Yeah, that's really the motto because it's no good if people aren't really into like, because yeah, like once again, like if I spoil the whole thing, you guys don't have any incentive to check out the show, and that's kind of counterproductive. Are you caught up with One Piece? No, don't even start with One Piece. If you mention One Piece in this house, I will kick you out because I'm not about that. I'm not watching, what are we up to now, 1,000 episodes? Can someone give me an exact figure? How many One Piece episodes are there? Not including OVAs, like, or include them, I don't really care. The stakes are lowered. I mean, right where they are right now, like I expect like things to pick up again in My Hero, but like right now I'm kind of bored with what's being presented to me. Like the thing about manga readers is like, they always come like, oh well, if you just wait a few moments. I'm like, you mother. Like I can't, like I don't know what it is about manga readers, but they always have this air about them. Oh, you should wait till next. It's like, bro, like I wasn't gonna read it. You have like, what is, like you don't have to say anything. Oh, it's like a Pro ZD sketch almost. 979? Okay, I'm seeing 2 people having a moment. Yes, lag. OBS is having a moment. I don't know why. It was like fine in every weekday test. Just something about the weekends. It's probably because like everyone in the area is using the internet, so that's probably what's up. By the way, have you read about the Attack on Titan ending? One sec. Let me just get a big... Okay, so you guys don't know like why I'm like leaning over here. It's because like the mute switch for my microphone pack is like right here, so like... Yeah, just get... Okay, so the Attack on Titan ending. So I now have confirmation that I have no interest in the next animated portion of Attack on Titan because apparently the ending is rather bad. Why is the ending rather bad? Well, and okay, it depends, but it really depends on who you ask. Like, yeah, I guess it's alright. Like maybe saying it's bad is hyperbolic, but it's like it's a matter of opinion. Like it is divisive. I'm not going to spoil it, but really the ending that I read, and I'm not going to spoil it too hard, but like the ending I read, I'm just like, it doesn't really align all that much with what I thought the thesis of the anime was. And of course, the thesis of the anime is going to be different from what the manga is because, well, usually the anime production staff can only like go off what's in front of them. And like, obviously the manga writer, like he like at least has some kind of like foresight into what the future is going to be. But yeah, the ending and tone of the anime I felt was like, okay, this is gonna be like what I think it's gonna be, and then turns out it's not, and then what it is slightly, if not very problematic, depending on who you ask, and it is just not that satisfying an ending. I'm sorry if I'm speaking in tongues, but I don't want to spoil it for people who are anime only, and we had this conversation before basically, but yeah, it's just, I really don't have that much interest in the franchise anymore, because if the ending's kind of like a lame duck, then like, don't really feel all that obligated to like continue watching it, really. The ending. Yeah, I'm trying to dodge spoilers. Yeah, it was disappointing. Like it's like you can argue it either way, but overall it's just not something that I would be satisfied with as an ending. It's kind of like, I wonder if it's too spoilery. It's kind of like Game of Thrones season 8. Like, yeah, it's impressive to look at. It's like, yeah, it is technically still the thing you liked all this time, but it's not how you thought it would end. Let's just put it that way. E3 happened this year. Any game you're interested about? Games-wise, no, not really. Like, I've kind of fallen off the games bandwagon quite a little bit. There is Horizon Zero Dawn, like the next one, obviously. Like, but I still had to work my way through the first one because like I was waiting for it to come out on PC, and it only came out recently, so just kind of wanting to work through that. Breath of the Wild 2. Not really a Nintendo person, but yeah, by all means. Anime versus manga vision situation, yeah, because let's just say, okay, this is gonna be a little spoilery, but the way Attack on Titan, the anime, always presented itself, like it was always like a desperate struggle for survival and like doing what needs to be done. Like it wasn't glamorizing war in any stretch. Like it showed you like war and like fighting like that is a terrible, terrible thing. But yeah, it turns out the manga might have went down a slightly different road. It's just, like, I don't have all the details in front of me because, like, I haven't read the entire thing yet. I read a synopsis, basically, but yeah, it's just, basically, yeah, anime vision versus, like, manga vision, like, it can be two very different things. And a show where that is very evident is, actually, no, it's not really that, but another thing where this happened, it was just, The Promised Neverland, Season 2. It was the worst anime I've ever seen. Full stop. It was disappointing because the season 1 was so good and the manga was very hyped up, and then they went and they condensed I don't know how many chapters into like 12 episodes, and it wasn't good. And basically they resolved like centuries of hate crimes and like racism in just a PowerPoint presentation. And the original manga writer was on board with it, whatever that means. It was all about love. When you realize if Eren wasn't half the Titan, he would just died level 1. Oh yeah. But that was kind of Eren's thing. Like he was never. Actually, I'm conflicted about the status of Titans or Titan shifters in the show because, I felt the story would have been about this unexceptional guy who like rises up to become like a commander of like whatever regiment or whatever, and then nope. It just turns out he has the series' ultimate power, which is turning into a giant naked man. Yeah, that's gonna be taken out of context. Thoughts on Akame ga Kill? Haven't seen or read it yet, so can't really. The author wasn't on board. That's weird, because like I read another statement that said he, okay, well. Yeah, okay, like whether he was on board with it or not, like the ending was just really not that great. It was, whew. Don't toy Miss Nagatoro. Are you into it? No, I kind of had to like reverse on it episode 3. Like I checked out episode 1, I'm like, all right, this is kind of mean spirited and whatnot. Then I checked that episode 2, I'm like, oh god, this is just like, Then I watch episode 3, like, all right, no, I'm not into this. I'm just gonna like back out because I'm fully I'm fully of the opinion that if you don't enjoy something by episode 3, you will probably not enjoy episodes like 4 through 13. So, you know, sunk cost fallacy, you spent 3 episodes watching it, you're not gonna get that 3 episodes of time back, so you may as well just move on. So yeah, not really about Miss Nagatoro. Like, I know the character and I've seen like the faces floating around, like, oh my god, those faces. But yeah, just not really into it. Redo it. Darren, no. No. There are some dumpster fires even I will not dive into. And trust me, I've seen some dumpster fires. Like, I made the mistake as a young man of checking out a show called Ero Manga Sensei, and I promised after that I would never check out trash shows like that ever again, because holy crap, like, it should be illegal to make a show like that. Okay, maybe that's a little far, but you know. Yeah, we're not doing redo of a healer. No, redo. Nope, not doing it. TV and anime series are picking up series that have their ending unfinished, making things problematic in many ways. Yeah, like I've noticed a problem. Or like, at least in Game of Thrones' case, the problem happened when they ran out of source material to go off of, and yeah, so let's see if we can actually get them here. Oh, I don't have the first book in here. So yeah, like, you work your way through this, and then what are you left with? It turns out all the snappy dialogue that you see and hear in the show, like, that is pretty much verbatim George R.R. Martin's writing with a few embellishments. And then when they get off the tracks and they get adventurous with stuff like Dorn, it comes off the rails because guess what? The writers don't actually know how to write. Shocker, I know. And then you get stuff like, chaos is a ladder, Sansa. I love your brother, Sansa. Chaos is a ladder. Yeah, and like Littlefinger just turned into a shell of his former self. Oh, Littlefinger. I had such high hopes for you. High hopes for everyone, really. Proves that Hey Studios for the Yeah. Like, sometimes people do what they think will sell versus what is creatively good and will satisfy an audience, and it doesn't always line up, you know? Netflix, for example, they mess up a lot of good manga. If you have any examples off the bat, I would love to see that, because I still haven't fully forgiven Netflix for that Death Note adaptation. Like, oh boy, that was a disaster. Let's be honest. A good idea would, like, I'm fully of the opinion that, you know, don't treat your audience like they're stupid, because they're not. Like, the audience has tastes like that, and they respect good filmmaking and good storytelling. Like, don't go down this road of like, oh yeah, we're gonna get like this A-lister celebrity and like we're gonna get all this stuff. Like, just have good storytelling, and that should be at the core of it. Like, all the other stuff, like, that is all bonus. Like, you have the base cake, and then you have all your like icing and your I don't know why I'm going with the cake analogy. I don't actually like dessert all that much, but yeah, you get all your icing and your toppings on there, and that's all good. But you don't have a core cake. What are you left with? You're left with a bunch of fondant, and no one loves fondant. Fondant is actually terrible, by the way. I cannot stand fondant, but the thing is, it's become so prevalent in cake making because it lets you create all these weird structures. This is now a cake making stream. Death Note crap deserves me. Yeah, it's such a shame because like they had some actors or some elements that were really good. So like obviously Ryuk was really good. I felt the guy that got to play L, like he was like he didn't look like the other L obviously, but I felt like he pulled that role off pretty well. I would actually watch a series with that L. My biggest problem were Misa and Light Turner. Not Yagami, Turner. Yeah, don't ask me why. The moment he let out that stupid scream in like the science classroom, I was just like, Bro, look at how they massacred my boy. They massacred my boy. Speaking of bad writing, the Star Wars sequel trilogy, thoughts and opinions. Once again, I felt like, okay, I haven't watched the third sequel movie, just full disclosure, because I know it is a dumpster fire and I can't psych myself up mentally to get into that zone to like, I'm gonna watch 2 hours of garbage. I can't do that myself, but basically, once again, lots of good elements, just, I don't think they ever honed in from day one on what they wanted this trilogy to be exactly. Like, at least with the prequels, which is episodes 1 through 3, you could see they had some sort of vision. It might not have been pulled off perfectly, there might have been too much Jar Jar, but like, at the end of the day, like, the prequels, like, they have this level of magic to them, you know? Like, you could see there was a lot of attention to detail and care put into this film, even if it all didn't land. And with the sequels, I just see, like, so you're trying to get us to pay for more movie theater tickets? Like, is that it? Like, there's very little soul to it is what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that's to demean like the hard work that the cast and crew put into it. Like, obviously they're gonna give it their all, but if like the creative direction from there like isn't there from day one, then like what's the point? You're just putting up like 14-hour days for nothing. Light Turner, cousin of Timmy Turner. Yes, that is. And this is where I put my death note. If I had one. Yeah, like there's a Denzel Crocker, but instead of like fairy godparents, it's like Shinigami or something. God, no, I didn't watch a Netflix Death Note. Be thankful you didn't, because honestly, it looked great. There were some good parts to it, but honestly, I would just use my time on something else, to be honest. And then there's Crunchyroll's failures. Hey, let's make a discount Ruby. Wait, what? Like discount? How do you get more Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Or do I? I probably don't. Personal opinion, individually the movies are entertaining, but as a single cohesive, yeah, it's... And that's why I don't want to watch the third movie in that sequel trilogy, just because I know it's going to be a waste of time, and I'm not really about that. Like, if I know something's going to be bad going in, I'm probably not going to watch it. Yeah, like, what is this discount Ruby? I'm very interested. Do you watch Castlevania? No, actually, I was going to watch it with the boys, but then I just kind of ran out of time. Timmy Turner making the death note. It's actually pretty... Yeah, like, sometimes you can tell, like, sometimes the fan productions are actually pretty darn good. Oof. Okay, next time I should be plenty hydrated before these, because I am, like, getting really dry in the throat right now. OBS seems to be holding firm, like, the frame rate is leveled out. Scottish Nora. Yes, if there's one person that should have a Scottish accent, it is definitely Nora. Title something. Oh, I think I've heard of this. Yeah, so what Darren is talking about, there's this really awful like 3D anime out there. Is it X-Arm or God, what is it? Okay, it's something arm, but it's animated, but everything looks incredibly stiff and just robotic. Because the thing about 3D is it does save time sometimes, but you have to know what you're doing, because yeah, so just some 3D anime just don't look that great. Castlevania is really good. You should, yeah, it's on the list. Trust me. X-Arm, yes, I was right. Yeah, like I've seen a few clips of it. I'm just like, all right, this isn't worth my time. Because usually, like, I will check out some CG anime. So, like, if you don't know, like, back in the day, like, we watched a show called Aji, like me and Patrick. It was a really good show. It's by Polygon Pictures, who does collaborate with Rooster Teeth now. Like, Aji was a pretty good show for like a CG show. And yeah, like I think that's where it's at in terms of like 3D technology. And once again, we are getting a lag spike. Why, YouTube? If that trash is anime, then so is Ruby. like that's the thing, like some people are like really precious about like what is called anime, and some people say, oh well, obviously it must be from Japan. And like, bro, do you not see the credits on most major anime productions? Like, you will see Vietnamese names, you'll see Chinese names, you'll see Korean names, you'll see like random Westerners in there. Like, are these people Japanese? No, like they're animation like workers that are like being outsourced to. Like, does that make the show any less anime? And then like, yeah, oh well, it should be from the land of Japan. Well, I hate to tell you this, but in Japan they sell Ruby Blu-rays next to the other anime. So I don't know, like, call it anime, don't call it anime, but like for all intents and purposes, I consider Ruby a Western anime, which is like a cartoon that was influenced by anime from Japan, made in that style, but from the West. That's all there is to it, really. The stream is like, how is Patrick? Haven't really talked to him like ever since we handed off here, but yeah, he's doing good. Like, I think he's getting ready to make content soon or something. Yes. Stream's lagging because it can't handle your fat. Yeah, like trust me, when I start running, like this lies in a mess. Like, I had to buy a hat just for running because it started to like get way too much. Like, if I just move back and forth here, like it gets incredibly insane, and there's just like a few stray hairs that always just evade. It's very itchy. And Rent has his own mangas, so... Oh, Ruby, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's really weird, because like, I know reddit.com/anime, they're very precious about what they consider anime. If you post Ruby or Avatar, The Last Airbender there, they'll be like freak out, say, hey, that's not anime! I'm like, okay, but the Japanese consider it anime, like, can we make an exception? No, absolutely no Ruby or Avatar, The Last Airbender. I'm like, okay, bro, okay. Really precious about their definition, trust me. Even if it's very arbitrary, it doesn't make 100% sense. Anime is even short for animation. Yes. So anime is a imported word from the West of animation, and it was cut down. Now it's been re-exported back to America, where it means Japanese cartoons or like cartoons of a certain style. So very round-tripped, and in a globalized world, like, I don't think it makes sense to keep like being so precious about these definitions, and it's just really splitting hairs. Your hairstyle sort of reminds you of Ren. Yeah, like I'm thinking of doing either a Shota Aizawa cosplay or Ren cosplay for Halloween if the hair cutters don't open up soon, or if the hair shops, how am I trying this? The barber shops open up soon. I hear they're opening in July, so hopefully this will be resolved soon, but until then, yes, Aizawa Sensei is doing a stream. Ruby in Japanese Volume 5 is coming out. Yes, so they are dubbing the rest of Ruby in Japanese. It's gonna be great. Like, Saori Hayami is probably like a great Ruby. Yoko Ikasa is probably a great Wise. Dye your hair? No, I've been down that road. It is so much work, because in order to get this like the right color, it has to be bleached blonde, and that takes like 2 dye kits. It's a very long process, and it is very taxing on my hair. If you're gonna cut it, you should just dye it now. It's expensive though, and like the thing about dyeing it right now is that no one's gonna see it. So am I really gonna ruin like my bathtub, my shower, and all these towels just for that? Like, what's the point of having like luminous hair if no one's gonna see it? And trust me, that was like most of my high school life. Like, I think I dyed my hair almost every color back then. That was, oh, those are wild times. I just had to stop because the upkeep was starting to get really expensive. Did you watch The Dragon Prince? No, but everyone tells me I should, so maybe I should. Want to watch a dragon? Is The Dragon Prince on Netflix, or do I have to go through other means to find it? Because everyone and their mother is making a streaming platform right now. Dragon Prince is pretty good. Oh my god, my forehead looks ginormous on stream. This is like, oof. I promise it's not this large. You should? Yep, alright. How many episodes is this thing? Oh, 27, that's not bad at all. Oh, and they have guy who voices Sokka as the star, Callum. That'll be interesting. Honestly, this is kind of surreal. I live in Romania and we haven't been on lockdown for many months now. Places are open with regulations and we got the vaccines. Yeah, like I think Ontario, Canada has some of the strictest regulations in the world. I think if we just took things seriously from the get-go, we wouldn't be in the situation, but that is neither here nor there. Actually got my second vaccine yesterday and doing, not really, yeah. You type fast. Yeah, I think I get up to like 100 something words per minute, so yeah, I kind of dial it back. Like obviously if I know what I'm gonna type, I'll like type it like a machine gun, but if I don't know, like obviously it takes a little longer. But yeah, like my brother, he got his, so if you don't know, my brother, he's working in the US, he has both of his doses, and he said like the second day after the second dose, like that was a tough one. So like the day after he got it, he's like, oh man, I feel like it's got a fever, a headache, and I'm like, oh man, I'm not looking forward to that. But still, it beats getting COVID, so get your vaccines, kids. You don't want COVID. Like I think for my first dose, the only thing I felt was a very slight fever, and that was it, so very fine. I'm anticipating it's gonna be a lot more intense for the second one, which is totally fine. Should have it like in a month or so or something, depending on how the booking system works, because the Ontario booking site for vaccines is very, very touch and go. Like it'll show appointments that don't exist or aren't available anymore, and it's just a mess. Like either they're getting snatched up right away or the system's broken. It's one of these things. Whoops, gonna get mine soon. Yep, so get it soon. If you're not getting if you don't think you're gonna get it, you don't know that. Like you don't, like everyone's built different. So like don't take the chance. And you know, if you're gonna be like all big and tough, like, oh, I won't die from COVID. I'm like, all right, well think of the other person who, like you're a transmission vector too. Like you might spread to someone who might. So think of it that way. Think of it as community service. Had to leave for a moment. Oh, welcome back, Zibby. Black Clover. No, I don't actually. I thought you were saying something like Clover, like the Ruby character. Okay, it's very touch and go. I'm not sure why, but anyway. Fever, general discomfort, but now literally had the second dose yesterday and I feel fine. Then again, it also depends on which vaccine you get. Yes, so for reference, like my brother, he got 2 Pfizer doses and he just, it was a little discomfort. It wasn't too bad. White Clover. The BMRs, I mean, I want to get the vaccine, but all my fans like nervous about getting sick from COVID and getting sick from the vaccine, LOL. I would rather get sick from the vaccine. Just personal opinion. I might type pretty something that I pick up after 3 months. Commenting, typing in chat. Yeah, it's weird, like some... Yeah, I'm usually not this vocal like in real life either. Like usually I don't say all that much. Really not all that much to talk about in real life. I've done my keyboard. Oh, rip, that's a bad feeling, dude. But yeah, really, I get it, like people are being vaccine hesitant, but it's the only way we can really return to being normal. And I think like one way of getting around that is having a vaccine like kind of passport thing. So you kind of incentivize people to get it. So, oh, well, we can't let you in this concert because you don't have a government approved like vaccine pass. I'm like, I don't know, just spitballing ideas. I'm not a disease expert. Don't take my word for it. Quiet gang. Yep, quiet gang, rise up. This is a new normal though. Like people being vaccine hesitant or nothing will ever be. Yeah, like Honestly, I think of like hugs and handshakes, and I just think of them with like slight dread now, because I wasn't big on like person-to-person contact before, and now it's just like, oh god, ugh. Not about that. Don't want to get sick. Yeah, if you ever see me in real life, don't hug me. Stay back. Don't like hugs. Like they're good, but like, yeah, I can get like a few hugs a year and I'll be good. Just yeah. But yeah, new normal. Like I hate those words, but can you really go back to the way things were before? It's kind of weird. Oh, I should probably check Discord actually. Okay, back to the YouTube chat. Don't hug me. Yeah, basically. Don't get me wrong. Like hugs are good, but you can't have too much of a good thing. I kind of like the mask now. Yes, absolutely. Like the mask is a really good idea. Like we should normalize wearing masks when you're sick, because it's how a lot, like if you think like on the subway or trains or buses, like a lot of people just like cough and sneeze like without any hesitation, like all up in their hands and like touching stuff, and it makes you wonder like, wow, we really do just get sick and just kind of accept it as a fact of life, but it doesn't really need to be like that. Like, if everyone who got the cold or the flu just masked up, we would probably have a lot less colds and flus flying around, just saying. Judy Zhang, got my second dose about 2 months ago. I want to go out for my annual check. Haven't had my annual checkup in almost 2 years. My family doesn't let me go out, so I'll wait. Yes, so dental and just regular checkups. I don't mind dental checkups, like that's fine, like the cleaning and all that's great, but I hate regular checkups for whatever reason. I don't know why, maybe because I'm fasting too much, but I will invariably faint during a blood draw because I don't know why. Creates a very fun scenario for like the people who are drawing the blood. There's been pandemics and epidemics before, Spanish flu, last century, avian flu at the start of the 21st, people will eventually move on. Yeah, I think like it depends on the severity of the disease. So like if it's very virulent like COVID-19 is, and of course like people can put on notice, but yeah, I hope we don't use this, because like accepting a percentage of people dying is like, it's never quite that good. Oh, it's Mari. I was about to ask if Mari's mic is muted, but then I remembered this isn't a live voice chat hangout, so damn, can't use that meme. It's a me, Mario. So if you don't know that, yes, it's pronounced Mari, not Mary. Don't ever call her typical Mary. She'll get quite mad and upset with you, even though she doesn't say it. It is typical Mari, not Mary. And actually, no, that reminds me. There was this psychotic thing I saw on Instagram the other day. Apparently, some people will say it Mario. I'm like, guys, it's basic stuff. It's Mario, 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 not Mario. Have you ever heard an Italian say Mario? Like an actual Italian, not like a fake New York Italian. Like an actual Italian. Some like yeah, so you don't know, like for the first voice chat hangout, Mari muted her mic and she didn't realize she was muted. And I don't know if it was me or someone else, but we said like, hey Mari, is your mic muted? And then it's like, well, Mari. Things will go back to normal. Things will never go back to normal. It's too pessimistic. Yeah, eventually, but yeah, like I think we got to put in the homework to actually get there first. True. So you think you're like a cold or flu, like it doesn't feel like that big of a deal. When does stream become a medical? Yeah, let's stay away from the medical advice, because like I'm not making this a VOD afterwards, so. Because yeah, like if you say anything about the what's it called? The pandemic. Like there'll be a little like box of text and it's like, oh, blah 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 about COVID-19. Check the World Health Organization for more info. All right, let's try to avoid that. 2 years, yeah. The Mari mic muted incident was 2 years ago. Maria. Was that the final? Yes, yes, yes. And that was why I casted Mari as the voice of Maria for Ruby Thoughts. Yes, my casting decisions are informed by crappy puns and dad jokes. You're welcome. Mario without the O. True, true. Two years and we haven't forgotten. Like it actually kind of catches me off guard, like how long this thing has been going for. The Discord, I mean, not the other thing. Don't worry. Oh, sorry, just flipping through my comms right now. Maria without the A would be like, is it like Mari or Marie? Mari, Marie, Mari. Playing Maria was so much fun. Yes. Marie's a really fun character. Not in my country. Well, fair enough. All right, we're coming up on the final bits of the stream, so if you guys got anything else to ask, like by all means, now's the time to do it because I just ran out of water. I checked there and yeah, that's quite sad. Nope, and we're lagging again. Ugh. Yeah, sorry for the stream quality, guys. Like, I don't know why. Like, I tested out everything, like, on a weekday, which is probably folly because that's not the time slot you're going at. You should always test at the time slot you're going at because you'll have very similar, if not identical conditions to when you're going to be going because, yeah. Playing Maria was the one time I think cursed Ruby. Yes, yes it is. There is technically a part where Ruby Rose herself cursed, like when she's very upset with Crow. It's like, I'm so sick of your bull. And it's not really Mari cursing because I gave her an out. So if you don't know this, like, I give every actor the option of cursing or not because most, if not all, the curse words are censored anyway for YouTube algorithm reasons. And yeah, just like if you don't want to swear, like you don't have to. It's totally optional, totally okay. But yeah, the out for that was instead of saying bull, you would say bull spit, and then when you like put the bleep on, like it sounds basically the same. Okay, honest question. Sometimes I feel overly conscious about my comments on this channel. Am I being too critical, judgmental, or angry at times? I mean, you're entitled to your opinions. It's just that I always draw the line at you should never be ad hominem with things. So, like, you know, like being angry at Cinder, for example, like Cinder the character and like the idea of Cinder the character. Yeah, that's totally 100% okay. If you're just like saying something like, oh yeah, like Miles and Carrie don't know what they're doing, blah, 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 bleep, like they're ruining Monty's dream. Like, yeah, that's where I draw a line because like you're just getting incredibly personal for almost no good reason at that point. And it's just like, there's no reason to be feeling that nasty. But yeah, totally fine. Get some tap water. Actually, you know what? I think I will get some tap water. Let me just mute my mic. I'm getting incredibly thirsty. No, not that kind of thirst, you animals. Oh, I was muted when I said, I pulled a Mari. All right, later, Mari, have a good time. I can't believe I just did that on the stream. Like, I muted my mic. Later, Mari, have a good time. I can't believe I just did that on the stream. Like, I muted my mic and then I said something to I just can't believe it. All right, anyway, so I'm just gonna put this on and then I'm just gonna grab some water. I'll be back in like 2-ish minutes. So yeah, be right back. Did I seriously just do that? Ugh. Sorry if you guys heard that. I just realized that I was like right in the mic, but Oh man, I memed on Mari so much for the muted mic thing, and now here I am, 24 hours, not even 24 hours later, just like, okay, let's go back. This is so embarrassing. Yes, I've noticed, like, it should be unmuted right now. Nobody tell Mari, please. Okay, I'm unmuted, right? You guys can hear me? You guys can hear me? Say yes if you can. Because I'm not gonna go back before. Okay, we're. Oh god, I feel like such an idiot. Oh man. All right. Yeah, tell Mario on Discord. I don't really care, but let's see. Where was the hardest Ruby the hardest Ruby thoughts vid you've done? Okay, so. It was the Salem videos because the reason why is because I wanted Jin's narration out of there, and the only way to do that was to basically rebuild the sound design from scratch, which wasn't difficult, it was just very time consuming. So the first thing was I needed to wait for the Volume 6 soundtrack to be released, which took months. So yeah, once I got that, that was a good starting point. I got the audio like where I wanted it to be in terms of the soundtrack, and I had to find like all the individual sound effects to replace stuff, so like footsteps on the grass, on the concrete, on the wind, like all these little things you don't normally think about, but you notice it right away if they're missing. Like that's the huge thing about sound design. You don't notice it until it's not there. And yeah, like even stuff down to like they're panting. I had to find like weird little sound bites of that, like just men and women panting. It was kind of weird. So yeah, that was the most challenging probably because it was just so involved in terms of editing, and I like love doing that stuff. But at the same time, I can't do that every week because, well, I have a job, I have a life. I can't exactly just spend all day editing these videos. Let's see, what else do we have? There's another question, I do remember that. I answered it and I was fully on mute. Hardest video to write. So the hardest video to write, that was, hold on, I'm trying to think. It was probably, I think it was yesterday's actually. So the Cinder Thoughts one, it was very hard for two reasons. Because one, I didn't want to take it up as straight comedy because, you know, it's a very serious situation. Like child abuse isn't something I want to make light of, even if the person that it's happening to is kind of like a villain, you know? And the other reason why it was difficult was because, well, I had to reason the reasons why Cinder is the way she is. Like, even if I don't fully agree with her as a character, which, for the record, I fully don't agree with Cinder as a character. Just saying. So yeah, like, the ones where you have to write, like, from a perspective that you 100% don't agree with, like, those are usually the most challenging to write because you're doing someone else's perspective and experiences secondhand, and yeah, it takes a lot of like time and like just thinking things through. Sorry, the muted comments are just like hilarious. You're pulling at me/Neo. Yep. The easiest Ruby Thoughts vid I've ever done. I would probably say the easiest Ruby Thoughts vid I've ever done, that was probably like the first Ruby video, because as soon as I got the audio file from Mari, like that was the first time we worked together, I'm like, she nailed it. She really nailed it. So like, it was just drag and drop. I think we might have adjusted one or two things, but yeah, like that was probably the easiest just because like, no need for adjustments, no need for redos, no need for nothing, and just like, yeah, very little direction for me basically. So yeah, it's very easy to do. And yeah, it was short. I think it's like one of the shortest Ruby Thoughts videos out there because when they first came out, they were only like a couple minutes long because some of the scenes were really short. Yes, Zibby, I pulled a Mari, okay? Yeah, tell Mari, just add her on Discord. So like, oh, Eric pulled a Mari. Yes. I did pull a Mari. That's what we're calling it. Watching your Cinder video actually made me respect her a bit. Yeah, so I kind of wanted Cinder to be slightly more sympathetic / have a reason, because I just, like power for power's sake as a motive just feels very boring to me. And like I get it, like sometimes you just need a big bad for having a big bad, but yeah, just overall I think if your villain's a little sympathetic, then I think it just makes it a little bit better. My sister wants to know, who's your fave character from RWBY? It's a tough one actually, but I would probably still have to go with Weiss because she is indeed still best girl. And now I can hear the angry Neo stands coming at me, but I'm sorry, Weiss is best girl. It is semi-canon. That's all there is. Okay, but no, seriously, I think Weiss had a very good as a character, so she went from someone who you would totally like scoff at, like, oh, here comes the rich girl. It's like, oh no, it's Weiss. So yeah, that's probably my favorite RWBY character. In terms of style though, yeah, Neo is probably like my second favorite, just because like she's so much fun to watch. Yeah, she makes you go, ah, and you realize like, wait a minute, she's an ice cream terrorist. Yeah, like you know like a character's good when you're like, ah, who's an adorable ice cream terrorist? Favorite Pokemon though? I don't think I have a favorite Pokemon. I would, like Charizard for nostalgic reasons, but I don't really think I have a favorite Pokemon. Like I kind of love them all, you know? Cliche to say. Cinder caused the fall of Beacon and killed Pyrrha. She deserves no sympathy in my opinion. Her tragic backstory doesn't excuse her actions. Yes, 100%. Like I think, like when the episode came out, I think my reaction in Discord was like, wow, that's so sad. But you killed a ton of people, so anyways, Rubes, blast away. I think that's like my exact reaction. Because yeah, like it's, like you feel for them, but at the same time, like, it doesn't give you an excuse or a license to like kill people. Like hundreds of people. Maybe thousands. Hold on, for male and female, never mind for male character. Oh, like RWBY character? Male RWBY character? It's a tough one. That is a tough one indeed. I guess I would have to default to Osmond because I really, yeah, his struggle is very complicated and all that. You know, it's great seeing like those characters come out. But yeah, overall, I don't think too many of the male characters get the spotlight in RWBY. Yeah, I'll just have to default to Ozpin. You're right, Weiss is, yeah. Weiss is best girl. There's no word to be said. Honestly, it's kind of ironic he is making more of an effort to care for Cinder than the actual readers of RWBY. Okay, maybe Cinder killing millions of people. I don't think she killed. Are there cities worth like with millions of people in Remnant? I don't think so. Kind of ironic. Okay, but yeah, back to the Cinder thing. Yeah, so the way I look at writing and these thoughts is like writing is an act of, is it empathy or sympathy? Okay, it's one of those, but basically you're putting yourself in another person's shoes because you are not that person. Shocker, I know. But yeah, so that's what writing is to me. It's an act of empathy or sympathy, whichever one it is. Someone with a dictionary, please look it up before I get it wrong any further. So yeah, you're just putting yourself in another person's shoes, even if you don't know that person. So you gotta like thoroughly like understand, like you're acting in your own sense of the word. Like even though if you're not carrying out a performance, like in your mind at least, like you're there as that person. So that's the way I kind of look at writing these things. And that's why like some of the thoughts are a lot more sympathetic than they should be, even if like Cinder is a terrible person. Does Oscar's family farm grow weed? You know, we don't know, because if you look at those fields, like those fields weren't ready yet, so I'm not sure what they were growing, but if that's all the space they had to grow stuff, then I'm very concerned for the state of their farm, because it looks like they're not bringing in a lot of money. Yeah, source, some of my family are farmers, so yeah, I would know about the square footage of farmland you would need to bring in a profit, and I don't think like that tiny little patch that Oscar was working was going to be enough. And side note, why is it only Oscar working on the farm? Doesn't seem fair. Oscar's a secret dealer. Weed. Maybe, you never know. Ruby's problem, from what I've seen in the series, they don't exactly have the past and present aligned, causing the future to be confusing. Yeah, occasionally. Like, it's... I think Ruby's biggest problem is a lack of runtime. So, like, all these interactions or, like, story points that they should have, they don't have because they just don't have time for it. And I've seen the writers comment about it on, like, Twitter. Yeah, they know, like, some spots are weak. It's just that animation is expensive, so they can't always, like, cover all the gaps. So they just have to go with what they think are the most essential moments. And yeah, you can disagree on that, but yeah, just trust me, they're not blind to the show's issues, as some people would have you believe. Salem wiped out an entire nation. Yep, she did. All because her man died how many thousands of years ago? Take that in. No, I guess it's both sympathy and empathy then. Thanks for looking that up, Zibby. I have a theory for what Salem's going to do with the Relic of Creation, and it has something to do with the 7 deadly sins. That's kind of a lot of work. Yeah, that does sound like a lot of work. But yeah, Ruby is coming to its end game, so hopefully get the other relics into play. Because Austin was teasing like that one at Beacon, so like what's gonna be like the relic of choice? We need to know. Like Osman, you can't just tease that like 4 or 5 volumes in advance, dude. That's not cool. It's not cool, man. She wiped out the world, excuse you, the whole nation. Yes, so Salem is the most selfish person in Remnant because she doomed the entire human race because her man died. If that ain't selfish, I don't know what is. If Jesus can walk on water, can he swim in land? Dubious, but perhaps. Kind of a shame that we're done with the Atlas without acknowledging the racism issue and the SDC as a whole. Yeah, there are so many problems with like racism in Ruby. It's kind of staggering, and yeah, like it shows. Like they didn't do a lot of their homework. It's kind of dizzying actually. I could go on for like hours about it, but basically, if you're thinking of doing a racism arc in your story world, maybe, just maybe, do a little homework. Like you don't have to be like a person of color to know like, wait, maybe the storyline's a little messed up. Just do your homework, please. As for continuing it in Atlas, I don't know. It feels like at that point it'd be a retread of... I don't know, it's a tough one. It really is a tough one. But on one hand, I'm kind of hesitant for them to retread on well-trodden ground. Like, it felt like the whole racism arc was put to an end in Volume 5. But at the same time, like, it's kind of really weird and jarring to see Jacques just, like, talk to his, like, rabbit faunus butler with, like, no issues of racism whatsoever. Like, that kind of caught me off guard. So, yeah, so wasted potential? Yeah, probably. Don't forget the sword of destruction. Think of the effects. Yes, destruction. That's another good one. Like, what kind of destructive power does the sword have? We need to know. Is it, like, literally destructive, or is it, like, figuratively destructive? Look at all the iconic Ruby villains. The villains dead, 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 gone, changed sides, reformed, cinder. Yeah. Yeah, like, who do we have left? We have Salem, obviously. We don't have Watts anymore. We have Tyrion. Then we have Mercury, maybe? Like, is he getting redeemed? I don't know. Like, I felt like they were kind of trying to set up the groundwork for Mercury to switch sides, but I don't know if he's going to go down that route. But yeah, we'll see what the future has in store for Mr. Black. Also, don't forget Marrow and Blake interaction. Yeah, they did have a couple lines in there. Yeah, because like in volume, like it's weird in volume 7. It's weird in volume 7 because it felt like they wanted to acknowledge it, but at the same time they didn't want to like go the entire way with the arc. I'm just like, you can't really have your cake and eat it too, so kind of weird. Classic Ruby fashion. Indeed. Sword becomes a nuke. I mean, yeah, why not? Why not? Okay, I think we're coming up on the end of the stream. I am thoroughly done. I think my voice is about to be shot. I need to preserve my voice for the next video. So with that, that is the end of this first live stream, the first live stream in a while. So hopefully we get to do this every month, if not every couple of weeks, but we'll play it by ear. I don't think this will be a VOD on this channel because I've seen some things about like live stream VODs hurting like your algorithm performance on the homepage, so I'm very hesitant to keep it up. It might go up on a second channel or something. The only pain in the ass with that is I have to record like the chat interaction, which is kind of very involved because you can't speed that up. There is no shortcut for that. But yeah, overall, thanks for coming to stream, thanks for hanging out, thanks for your questions, and hopefully I'll see you soon, next month, if not sooner. Peace out, guys.